What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 26th day of July, and here we are with about 9 hours, 13 minutes left in the day. Sitting here, looking pretty damn good, you guys. We're looking pretty damn good. I like this reading on the stochastics here. This is a nice reading, man. It's a very nice reading. Same thing with the MACD. You know, we have crossed down, but we're looking like we want to find support at the zero. If we start to close days to the green effect, we would reverse here, and this is a good area to reverse on the MACD, great area to reverse on the stochastics, and on the RSI as well. You guessed it, a great area to reverse. We've got these higher lows coming in. We've got lower lows in the RSI, hidden bullish divergence, all that jazz. If we're looking at this from a low to a high here, you're finding support right at the golden ratio. It's perfect. It literally is perfect. And I think that's it, man. As the days go on, I would assume that we're only going to be more convinced that that was the low. I don't think that we go lower than that. And let's look at the short-term stuff and see if we can validate that, right? So get it while it's cold, man. It will not be here forever. We're at 1.6 cents right now. This opportunity is golden and is something that you can take right now. You can seize the opportunity right now, but it will not be here. I mean, in the next 24 hours, we could be up a whole lot more, if not a little bit more, every hour that passes. You know what I mean? It's just kind of, I don't want to be on the 15-minute time frame. I want the 1 hour time frame. Let's see here. With that being said, we do have a pretty big wick right there, right? That is kind of incriminating to go to the downside. Wouldn't it be funny if we went a little bit lower? By the way, if we do go lower than this, I wouldn't be concerned with the price. I don't care. I think it's okay. The 1 hour RSI does look bullish right here, though. Not gonna lie. 12 minutes, 20 seconds left in this 1 hour time frame. Getting into the overbought zone would be a nice little cherry on top if we can get into the overbought zone there. Maybe we consolidate a little bit more, pull back to like 1.55 cents, 1.6 cents itself, you know, but I doubt that we go below these lows at this point. Stochastics are weird on the 1 hour time frame. The MACD crossing above the zero, that is a bullish thing. We've actually just begun building bullish momentum here, so I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 11 minutes we came up and we got rid of this wick a little bit. Maybe it's still there to some degree, but I wouldn't think that it's as prominent as it appears right now. So things are looking good, definitely looking good right here on these indicators. Other than the stochastics, it's not that they look bad, it looks weird. It's not really giving us conclusive data one way or another. You know, I suppose it looks bullish overall, but I think the MACD and the RSI are really what are the giveaways as far as like bullishness goes. 4 hour time frame here. Looking at the 4 hour, we have 1 hour and 11 minutes left in this 4 hour time frame, and the RSI here is in a bit of a downtrend. We do have lower lows and lower highs, but with that being said, even from this current area, you know, coming down like this, I would think that we would at least continue to grow up to the 60 here, and maybe we find resistance there, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if we got stopped out a little bit at the 60, but I don't think we'll go back to the oversold zone. I think we'll do something different than what we did over here. Instead of just rejecting, we'll do a little dance, and then we will break through and probably see that overbought zone. Once we get into the overbought zone on the 4 hour RSI there, we should be breaking out and potentially even going up above 2 cents again over the coming days. So this consolidation very well could last through this week, through the end of this weekend, through the end of this week, through the weekend. That's what I'm trying to say. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in that time frame, probably Monday or Tuesday, we'll start to break out and move higher. The stochastics look pointed to the upside, look bullish as hell, actually. The MACD is starting to cross green. All good things, all good things. I think the idea of moving up a little bit and then consolidating, getting ourselves kind of set, I think that goes well with the idea that this MACD, maybe you'll find some turbulence here, and then you'll cross above the zero on Monday or Tuesday, and that'll really cascade us higher. Once the MACD does that, once the stochastics or the RSI is in the overbought zone, the stochastics in the overbought zone, good things will come, right? When we got overbought here, that was the very beginning of this move. Just because we were overbought didn't mean that we moved up dramatically, right? It wasn't until the RSI got overbought, it wasn't until the MACD crossed above the zero, both of those, all three of these things coming together, which we're setting up for now, that we saw that move, right? We're doing that same thing here, except I think this move is going to be a little bit bigger than that last move. This move, you guys, could be what we've been waiting for. This could be the beginning of this voluptuous upside, right? And I know the trolls are having a bunch of fun. The haters in the comments are having a bunch of fun. We're still at these prices. Yeah. Eat it up, man. I know how this goes. Right? Here's how it goes. Ready? They're very loud. In fact, they were the loudest here. They were pretty damn loud here too. They got quiet up here, but they're coming back out of the woodworks. They're a little bit loud, but they're less loud now than they were over here. It's really just the loudest ones from down here that are still talking smack at all, right? Some of them have gone away. What's going to happen is when we pump, one of two things. They're either going to go away because they were proven wrong and they can't own their mistakes, or they can't own that they were wrong, because why would they? They're just faceless trolls on the internet. They're not going to come back. There's no point of having honor there, right? Why would they do that? Or number two, they will come back and they'll talk smack, and how they will talk smack, what they will say when they talk smack is, you got lucky. If it wasn't for this partnership, if it wasn't for this thing, if it wasn't for some big investor, whatever the good news may or may not be. Or perhaps there won't be any news at all and we'll just pump anyways. But the response, if there's any trolls left once we're up here, it's going to be that we got lucky, right? Remember, guys, you bought through all the boring times. You held through all the boring times. You went through the pain, okay? And you stacked more and you just got lucky. That's how we made money with this thing, guys. It's all luck. It wasn't planning. It wasn't execution and well-thought, well-timed efforts. And don't get me wrong, my timing has not been accurate or well with this, but who cares? The longer to accumulate for. And I very much do believe that we will see these targets of 26 to 32 cents, if not by the end of August, then perhaps sometime in September. I was actually just making a Bitcoin video, and I was looking at it thinking we could top off sometime in September with the way that we're going now. And even if, and some people might have a question, I don't know if anybody's asked this because I just posted the video, so it's not really, it's not out there for anybody to see, but I was talking about Bitcoin going to 160K instead of 180K for the first time. And I accept that we could stop at 160K. It's possible. Some people might ask, if Bitcoin stops at 160K, would that mess with our price predictions with OnyxCoin? And no, it wouldn't actually. Let's throw this on here, because we've taken these measurements and calculations from even 140K, and they still line up with this 26 to 32 cent area. Okay, making sense out of the XCN BTC chart here. When we break out, we stopped here. That was our resistance point right here at prior support. This whole move down, there was no significance at all. It was just a straight move. The only area of significance we had was here, and that's coincidentally exactly where we stopped. It was the base of this range. When we break out again, I don't think that we're going to stop anywhere in the middle here. We're going to stop coincidentally, not so coincidentally, at the base of this next range. That's where I think we're going to stop, and that's at 501872. 501872. So Google calculator, okay? This is the XCN to BTC chart, not the BTC chart, right? Just XCN priced in BTC, not the XCN USD chart. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 1872. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1872. We multiply that by the perceived outcome, which is 160K, right? And I think Bitcoin still will go to 180K, but maybe it's in September. And if it doesn't go to 180K, maybe we stop at 160K. That's very possible as well. But I just feel like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to stop there, but maybe we do. But nonetheless, XCN probably tops off at a different time than Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin tops off at 160, let's give XCN this price versus Bitcoin right here, right? This price versus Bitcoin, let's give it that, but at 140K. If Bitcoin tops off at 160, maybe XCN tops off when Bitcoin's at 140, before Bitcoin tops off or after it tops off, right? That gives us a 26 cent price. Right, so no, Bitcoin not hitting 180K will not impact our capabilities of getting to the 26 to 32 cent area. Maybe it allows us to stop at the lower ends of that level, or that area. Nobody wants to stop at the lower ends of the range, right? But that there's a reason why it's a range, because we very well could stop at any of these areas. And I would expect that we would at least get to 26 cents, you guys, at least there. So all of that is still on the table. That's still the outcome that we're looking for. And again, those targets are derived not just from the XCN BTC chart, but from our USD chart as well. 1886, 200, all the way up there, right? All the way up there. And this, it all lines up. It all lines up. It's perfect, man. There's actually more that lines up with that too, but I want to end this video. I want to get on with my bad self. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Just be patient, man, and take this opportunity while you can. Even if the price does come down to like 1.5 cents, even if we go to 1.44 cents, being here at 1.6 cents, I would just say screw it, man. You know, get in. Whatever capital you have, get in. There's no need to be stingy here. All right, but that's just my thoughts, my opinions, not financial advice. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.